Hi there, it's hot. It's really, really hot. So I have a lot of things to talk about, I have a lot of topics. I really liked doing a one-topic video that was really, really interesting and fun. But right now I have some stuff to address, I just have some funny stories to tell that I just want to get out. Today, like all Wednesdays, I woke up at 5:45, went to the news station, and I'm a producer for the morning news one day a week at a radio station. I'm really, really new because the guy who runs the news just kind of like threw me in there and was like, hey, you can produce, you've done it once, and I was like, fine, alright. So I'm fine at it, and you know, every time I do it, it goes fine, but I always have like these awful nightmare dreams the night before, and already I can't get to sleep before midnight, but then I just can't sleep at all because I dream about like my reporters not showing up and like everything going wrong, and it's just the most frightening thing in the world, and it's torture, and I don't know why I dream those things, but I do. That sort of came true because I just made a bunch of mistakes. I forgot to write David Cameron's name in one of my articles, so I included a quote from David Cameron, and I was just like, said, oh crap, David Cameron, and it was really bad, and then I left my mic on while there was a CD, but the mic cancels out the CD, so it was like dead air for like 10 seconds, ugh. And then I was like, okay, this day will be better. So I went and I bought myself a bagel, like I always do on Wednesdays to treat myself, and they gave me a jalapeno bagel instead of my everything bagel. I don't like jalapeno anything, let alone a bagel. And then I went to meet my professor because he was running our section. You know, like, I really liked that professor. Like, last semester I just had a bunch of professors that I was just kind of like, they're fine. My favorite professor I used to be able to joke with because I was in a seminar, and it was just like 15 of us, and we all got really close, and we'd always like tease our professor about his Steve Jobs like turtlenecks and stuff. So this guy, my favorite professor, and he's like kind of like small on Adam Scott scale, but he wears like clothing that is too big. My section leader was like, oh yeah, you should come prepared with questions, and I was like, I am the most socially inept person in the world. I'll just probably end up sitting there and then automatically blurting out questions like, you should invest in some skinny ties. Did anyone tell you that you sound like Robert F. Kennedy? Is that why you assigned him to us? What were the economic consequences of making nuclear weapons? Were they profitable? That one is a valid question. It went fine. I didn't ask him any embarrassing things about how he sounds like Robert F. Kennedy. He's really laid back, but I still had to like clamp my hand over my mouth because he's wearing a very 70s collar. It is so hot out there right now. It is like 71 degrees, which in the Bay amounts to like 85 because it's disgusting and sweaty and gross. And I was dressed for the morning because I go out in like 40 when it's 45 degrees, so I dressed like that. So I was in a big sweater and a jacket and pants, and after ballet I had to get dressed and all of that again, and it was horrible. So anyway, my dad wanted me to clear up that he did more research on the Spanish flu, and apparently it wouldn't have worked that way for the Downton household because when young people died, it wasn't in a case like Lavinia's, but whatever. I was talking to my friend Jasmine about that, and I was like, oh yeah, Spanish flu, and then she was like, oh really? So we both looked it up, and then she was like, oh my god, I don't like looking at sick people. I just don't like looking at people with contagious diseases. And I was like, okay. I don't remember why we started talking about horses, but we started talking about horses. And horses are fine and everything. Like, I have this thing with cats. Like, I'm fine with cats as long as there's me separated from them by a computer screen and it's like a picture of a cat. If there's a cat next to me, I'm not okay with that. And I found out that Jasmine has that same sort of thing with horses, which I can totally understand because horses are, like, frightening. They're huge! Horses are big and they're stinky and they're pretty when they run and stuff, but they poo everywhere, and horses are just not my thing. I'm done because I'm like falling over. I'm so tired. I'm like, look, there's a door. I'm just gonna lean on it. Have a nice day. I'm gonna throw it back to DJ Evie on Friday.